Hi, I'm Pamela Bursler, an instructor for this workshop and CEO of G3 Green Gardens Group. G3 is a WaterSense approved professional certifying organization for irrigation system auditing. And we've been doing this now for quite a while. We have hundreds of people that we've trained and certified, and I know that you are going to be our next one to join the G3 community. I wanted just to give you a little bit of background about how this all came about. I became a landscape professional in the late 1990s. And sometime in the early 2000s, I found myself in one of the industry leaders certifying classes for irrigation system auditing. And, I was with several of my colleagues who we eventually became the founding mothers of G3. And so we were all taking this class together, and we had multiple master's degrees amongst us, many years of experience in landscaping and in other related fields. And yet we were sharing an experience of frustration because the acronyms that were being thrown around in this irrigation workshop really made it all extremely confusing. The acronyms were being used as though they described actual functions, and in reality, sometimes they didn't describe it at all. They were just great acronyms. And we were being given these math problems that I spent a decade on Wall Street. Math is not a problem for me, and yet it looked like astrophysics when it was put in front of me. It didn't look like the algebra that it really is, and that's because of the way it was being presented. And just again, these acronyms kind of got in the way, and so we all agreed that the experience that we had in that workshop really kind of put us off becoming irrigation system auditors. Not to mention the fact that it was solely focused on this like technical rigor around doing spray irrigation system auditing. And most of us were working at the time and still, in residential settings or maybe even institutional settings, but those were primarily for the development of sustainable, demonstration gardens where we were eliminating spray irrigation. We were moving to, much more sophisticated drip irrigation systems. And so the relevance even of the material just felt like, it wasn't there. But, we all persevered and we made it through. And then a few later, when we founded G3, we made it a point to, essentially make our mission creating programs that teach for understanding, so that we didn't have courses where it was just a sea of acronyms and no real understanding of what was going on. And it's really during the founding of G3 that we began the development of this program. And when we became EPA approved professional certifying organization in 2015, it really kind of elevated our game, and it also validated for us this idea that irrigation system auditing and irrigation in general is a critical thing to understand how water moves through an environment. That is a really critical landscape function for us to understand, and maybe even understand it so well that we can reduce our reliance on irrigation. So that was the genesis of this program, and it remains true to this day. We are intending to help you gain the critical thinking skills so that you could be dropped out of a helicopter into any landscape anywhere, and you would have those skills to be able to assess the landscape, gather data from this environment, and then come up with a plan for how water would be conserved and how other inputs would be conserved in that landscape. and pretty much right away be able to program an irrigation controller so that, if there was irrigation there, so that the irrigation controller was performing its function much more efficiently, manage the irrigation system much more efficiently to reduce the use of water in the landscape, and also to consider the pattern of rainfall in the area so that rainfall could be gathered and utilized to enhance plant available water, which is really, you're going to learn one of the critical things in irrigation theory and also just in the way water moves through a landscape. So we've trained hundreds of people in this program. We've certified hundreds of people to become irrigation system auditors and watershed-wise landscape professionals, which is kind of, in my mind, a little bit above irrigation system auditing. I am inspired every single day by things that our certified professionals are doing out in the real world. They are taking this program and really bringing it to life in their regulation and policy making and landscape design and construction and research even about what's going on in landscape as an environmental solution. So I am looking forward to being inspired by you guys, and I know that is right around the corner for us. I want to encourage you, after you're done with this video, to watch the video by James, our web developer. He is actually going to help you figure out how to navigate the site most effectively. And I think that's a really good tutorial so that you're comfortable with using this environment that we've built. Every module that we've created actually builds on the prior one. We have videos, reading material in PDF format, slide packs in PDF format. We have exercises. Every module that has math in it, especially, there's a series of exercises that you can do in order to gain confidence in doing the calculations, because those calculations are going to be on the final exam. So you take those exercises and don't cheat. Don't just download the answers. Watch the little videos if you need some help. And then after you try them all, then, get the answers and check your work and prepare yourself to take the quiz at the end of each module. And those quizzes, yes, you have a couple of opportunities to take those quizzes. And the reason is we want to make sure that you understand that material. So after you take the quiz, make sure you click on, the button that says, show me. It doesn't say exactly show me, but you'll get it. James will explain it. It says show me, my attempt. And it will show you the questions that you answered correctly and the ones you didn't answer correctly so that you can retake a quiz and perhaps improve your score. The quizzes are not counted, in any way except for your own personal development. And then they really are good for helping you, as I said, to build up your confidence and your skills as you move toward being able to take the final examination. So let's get this party started. Stay positive. Don't worry. There are going to be things here, that may be new to you, or maybe there are things here that are being presented in a new way. And sometimes, that can be a little challenging. Just relax. Don't worry about it. We will make it through all of this together. I know that you can become a professional, a certified professional through this workshop. I'm here to help you do that. And I'm looking forward to working with you over the next couple of modules.